LeBron James has officially extended his deal with the Lakers, and naturally, Stephen A. Smith weighed in on it. But here's the thing, LeBron, why bring up retirement at all? There was never a need for that announcement, since we all knew he wasn't going anywhere. It's as if Stephen A. understands LeBron better than anyone, and this time he's taking jabs at him with some serious flair. Let's dissect this. The contract choice that ignited debate. On June 29, 2025, LeBron James opted to activate his $52.6 million player option, confirming his presence with the Lakers for the 2025-26 campaign. At first glance, this may appear to be a standard financial move. After all, we're discussing a secure $52.6 million for a player who, at the age of 40, continues to excel at an outstanding level. Yet, Stephen A. Smith perceived a starkly contrasting angle on this decision, and he was determined to voice his opinions in a way that would rattle the core of Lakers fandom. The setting for Smith's harsh assessment stemmed from the Lakers' underwhelming 2024-25 campaign, which culminated in a staggering letdown. Even with a lineup regarded by many as championship-worthy, starring LeBron James alongside the newly signed sensation Luka Doncic, the Lakers faced a disheartening first-round playoff defeat, succumbing to the Minnesota Timberwolves 4-1. This was more than just a typical early exit. This marked a total failure of title aspirations, and Smith was determined not to let it pass without repercussions. A valid inquiry arises. What is his motivation? The arrival of LeBron James in Los Angeles signifies a new era. They failed to reach the postseason. Smith's initial strike firmly laid the groundwork for his reasoning. LeBron's stint with the Lakers has not lived up to championship expectations. The statistics tell a harsh story. After LeBron joined in 2018, the team managed only one title during the 2020 bubble season, with subsequent seasons marred by inconsistency, playoff absences, and quick exits. Smith went beyond merely pointing out previous shortcomings. He thoroughly analyzed the Lakers' chances for future championships by scrutinizing the tough environment of the Western Conference. His evaluation was systematic, crushing, and irrefutable. Smith carried on his conference-wide dismantling by highlighting more dominant teams. The Denver Nuggets, led by Nikola Jokic and their championship-caliber lineup, showcased enduring superiority that the Lakers failed to rival. Even more humiliating was his contrast with the LA Clippers, who decisively overpowered them throughout the regular season. The Clippers remain in the hunt, battling for a decisive Game 7 tonight in Denver during the first playoff round, while the Lakers have already exited in 5 games. This contrast sharply emphasizes the Lakers' struggle to convert their regular season triumphs into playoff achievements. Although the Lakers outperformed the Clippers in the regular season, it's the Clippers who are still engaged in pivotal matchups, leaving the Lakers on the sidelines. Smith delivered his harshest critique by probing LeBron's true reasons for remaining with the Lakers. Does he genuinely play to win? Does he think he can secure a victory alongside him? Is he competing simply because he prefers not to move? Is he participating to bring all the sunshine into the NBA? These are the queries being raised by the public. This line of inquiry touches upon LeBron's core sense of competitive integrity. Smith maintained that LeBron's choice was fueled not by a desire for titles, but by factors like ease, personal comfort, and family, especially concerning his son Bryce James's future in the NBA. The wider basketball world mirrored this division of opinions with fervor regarding LeBron's contract choice. Discussions in the media erupted over LeBron's motives and the Lakers' chances for a championship. Detractors were especially critical of LeBron opting for the full $52.6 million instead of a salary reduction that could help strengthen the team. On X, previously known as Twitter, responses varied from supportive to intensely critical. A user commented, "$50 million for a 40-year-old? Clearly, he's no longer invested in winning." Another called the choice incredibly selfish. These voices weren't mere casual fans. They echoed a rising feeling that LeBron was putting his financial interests ahead of the team's achievements. Conversations on Reddit mirrored this split, but took a more thoughtful stance. A user observed that it suggests he currently values financial gain over winning a title, which negatively impacts his teammates. This reflects Smith's doubts about LeBron's competitive focus. In contrast, another user came to LeBron's defense, mentioning that since he aspires to own a team post-retirement, he's among the few players who truly require every dollar. This implies that his financial choices are more calculated than self-serving. The challenges in assembling the Lakers roster also drew further scrutiny. Although LeBron's representative, Rich Paul, has made it clear that LeBron aims to vie for a championship, the team's efforts to construct a strong roster around him in Dallas faced major hurdles due to salary cap limits. LeBron's substantial contract, alongside Doncic's recent extension, created a tight space for meaningful upgrades to the team. Additionally, the conditioning issues regarding Luka Doncic that were mentioned by Smith further complicated the Lakers' pursuit of title. Lakers coach J.J. Redick has openly discussed the necessity of enhancing physical readiness. I'll begin by focusing on the offseason and the preparations essential for achieving championship fitness. We still have much progress to make as a team. While some players were in excellent condition, others could definitely improve. Smith's assessment was notably sharp, pointing out that Doncic's fitness struggles became evident in the playoffs, where he allowed 9 easy scores during the decisive game. This isn't solely focused on individual efforts. It reflects the Lakers' struggle to fully leverage their talent due to basic preparation shortcomings. The background of LeBron's time with the Lakers sharpened Smith's critique significantly. From 2020 onward, LeBron reached the Western Conference Finals only once, with many seasons concluding either in early playoff exits or completely missing the postseason. Considering LeBron's elite status and championship aspirations, this performance was, by objective measures, untenable. Smith's overarching point extended beyond mere basketball. It touched on legacy and the integrity of competition. He suggested that LeBron had grown too at ease with mediocrity, viewing regular season achievements and playoff failures as sufficient rather than striving for championship greatness. Opting to activate his player option instead of chasing a more competitive environment was seen as a sign of a troubling change in mindset. LeBron's choice carried weight beyond his personal deal, affecting the Lakers' financial landscape. Under Mark Walter's new leadership, the franchise benefited from enhanced financial means, but remained bound by the constraints of the NBA salary cap. The enormity of LeBron's contract restricted their ability to acquire more star players or role players necessary to turn playoff failures into a championship-worthy squad. As the basketball community digested Smith's harsh critique, it became evident. This situation transcended a single season or contract choice. It raised essential inquiries into LeBron's true competitive motivations. The Lakers' prospects for a title, and if maturity and ease had supplanted desire and peak performance in the Kings' approach to basketball. Beneath Stephen A. Smith's harsh critique of LeBron's Lakers choice is a long-standing personal rivalry that has intensified over the months, turning what ought to be straightforward sports analysis into a more vengeful and emotionally laden discourse. The contentious relationship between Stephen A. and LeBron. The animosity between the two can be traced back to Smith's contentious remarks regarding LeBron's son, Bronny, and his preparedness for the NBA. The situation escalated dramatically during a now-notorious courtside incident, revealing the intensity of their hatred and paving the way for subsequent events. When Bronny was chosen by the Lakers as the 55th overall pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, it marked a groundbreaking moment in NBA history as the first father-son duo to take the court together. While many hailed this achievement, Smith viewed it through a critical lens, openly expressing his concerns about favoritism and Bronny's readiness for the league, a stance he has consistently maintained. That was likely the sole time we'd catch Bronny James in a Lakers jersey this season, as he's not yet prepared. Smith's critique of Bronny was unyielding and backed by harsh stats. He didn't merely doubt the young talent's preparedness, he obliterated it with figures that couldn't be challenged. Bronny James has participated in 13 NBA games, and folks, his averages stand at 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. Throughout his NBA journey, he made only 1 basket out of 16 attempts, failing to connect on 7 three-point shots. However, Smith's most provocative remarks were aimed at LeBron, concerning what he perceived as his son's hasty entry into the league. I hold no malice toward LeBron regarding this matter. I would never disrespect any player, any athlete like that. I'm simply pointing out that we are all aware of the current situation involving your son. It's difficult to see unfold. This critique went too far for LeBron, who perceived it as an assault on his family instead of a valid basketball analysis. The rising tension culminated on March 6, 2025, during the Lakers' upcoming game at Crypto.com Arena. Clearly, that was not just a player confronting me. That was a dad. I can't sit here harboring anger toward LeBron James over this matter. The scene by the court was intense and never seen before. LeBron walked up to Smith during a break and, as observed by lip readers, urged him to cease mentioning my son and to leave him out of this, man. This dramatic moment was recorded on video, quickly spreading online and bringing their conflict into the spotlight for all in the basketball community to see. Smith's reply to the altercation showcased the intensity of their mutual dislike. Instead of retreating, he reaffirmed his stance, emphasizing that their feud ran deeper than just Bronny. I would never say anything bad about your son. I was referring to you, not him, LeBron James. My wishes for Bronny James are all positive. I genuinely wish him all the success in the world. My hope is that he blossoms into a star in the NBA. However, Smith's most telling statements emerged when he spoke about the bigger picture of their dynamic, emphasizing that this situation transcended Bronny alone. It reflected years of built-up friction between two dominant figures who lacked mutual respect. It was as if he implied that while we acknowledge each other, there's no real connection, just a polite passing by as we continue on our separate paths. Neither of us loses any rest over this. It's been like that for ages. The conflict took a sharp turn when LeBron chose to address it openly, doing so on the Pat McAfee show in a manner that was both comical and sharply critical of Smith. Once it gets personal, it's my duty to safeguard not just my own family, but yours as well. LeBron's standout moment occurred when he likened Smith's media stints to a promotional tour, ridiculing the regularity and intensity of Smith's reactions. He'll be grinning widely when he catches wind of my words about it again. He'll arrive home, scoop out some ice cream, chill it, and plop down his pristine white chair on the couch. This reaction indicated that LeBron was not merely standing up for his son. He was mockingly critiquing Smith's character and way of life, implying a contempt that exceeded mere professional opposition. Smith's comeback was quick and just as personal. He not only stood up for his reporting, but also launched a strike against LeBron's integrity and truthfulness. The conflict became unmistakably clear in June 2025 when Smith openly declared, "I don't like him, and he doesn't like me," stripping away any facade of neutrality. It transcended basketball critique. It became a matter of two influential figures who truly despised one another. Additionally, Smith asserted that LeBron leveraged the Bronny situation to confront more profound personal issues, indicating that their courtside clash stemmed from years of built-up animosity rather than solely his son's NBA affairs. Smith's concerns about his own safety further highlighted the deeply personal nature of their rivalry. Smith has stated that he receives FBI protection due to security worries. However, many fans dismiss these assertions as mere attempts to garner attention. This rivalry is especially notable as it has tainted Smith's professional analysis. His take on LeBron's contract choices is intertwined with their personal feud. All his criticisms, inquiries regarding LeBron's intentions, and skepticism about his competitiveness reflect their shared animosity. Additionally, Smith's tendency to unfavorably juxtapose LeBron with Michael Jordan in the greatest of all-time discussions intensifies their discord. Smith has repeatedly placed LeBron as the second-best basketball player of all time. While this might seem like commendation, it subtly undermines LeBron's greatness, clearly irking him. "You're my number 2 all-time." For me, LeBron James stands as the finest player in history, right next to Michael Jordan. The irony of their rivalry lies in Smith's genuine admiration for LeBron's achievements and values elsewhere. Excellent father, devoted husband, talented actor, shrewd businessman, dedicated family man, generous philanthropist, and skilled producer. I inquired a champion 4 times over, a league MVP on 4 occasions, the current all-time leading scorer in NBA history, undoubtedly a first-ballot Hall of Famer. What more is there to say? Yet, this commendation rings empty amidst the revealed personal grudges. When Smith probes LeBron's reasons for remaining with the Lakers, it becomes challenging to distinguish sincere basketball critique from a personal grudge. The wider basketball community's responses to this rivalry have been polarized. Some advocate for LeBron's right to safeguard his family, while others back Smith's responsibility as a journalist to offer candid insights, regardless of his personal ties. ESPN co-host Jay Williams criticized Smith's remarks about LeBron as disrespectful, underscoring the rift it's caused among Smith's peers. It's evident that this personal conflict has irrevocably changed Smith's approach to covering LeBron and how LeBron reacts to media commentary. Every exchange is now colored by their evident animosity, rendering unbiased analysis nearly unfeasible. When Smith provides his scathing evaluation of LeBron's Lakers choices, it transcends mere sports talk. This latest clash is merely a chapter in an ongoing personal conflict that appears far from resolution. LeBron's reputation is at stake. With the echoes of Stephen A. Smith's harsh critique lingering and the underlying tension growing palpable, a crucial inquiry arises. What does the future truly have in store for LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers? This situation transcends a single season. It's a matter of legacy, competitive opportunities, and whether the preeminent athlete of his era will finish his journey with triumphant championships or languish in disappointment. LeBron's 23rd season brings unparalleled expectations in the NBA. No player has sustained such high-level performance for this duration, and fans are eager to see if time will finally take its toll on the king or if he can again outsmart Father Time for another title chase. At age 40, LeBron posted averages of 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists in the 2024-2025 season, securing his 21st All-Star nod and showcasing his continued prowess. However, individual brilliance doesn't always translate into team triumph, and the Lakers' window for a championship is tightening. The signing of Luka Doncic was intended to forge a championship-worthy partnership, but their early playoff exit revealed deeper problems that stem from chemistry, conditioning, and mindset rather than sheer talent. The key element influencing LeBron's future hinges on his personal drive and what he defines as success at this juncture in his career. Playing next to his son, Bronny James, is something LeBron considers his top achievement, indicating a possible shift in his focus from solely chasing titles to emphasizing family legacy and significant milestones. He mentions that, while his individual basketball feats hold great value, nothing could compare to sharing the court with his son. This change in priorities might clarify why LeBron appears satisfied with the Lakers' current path, even in light of their championship goals not being met. The chance to continue competing alongside Bronny, and perhaps even with his younger son, Bryce James, when he is draft ready, could prove more appealing than the benefits of joining a team that is more prepared for immediate title contention. Nonetheless, LeBron's comments in the public consistently highlight his desire for championship glory. Rich Paul notes that LeBron is eager to vie for a title and is intently observing the Lakers' roster development to maintain their competitive edge. This results in an intriguing contrast between LeBron's expressed ambitions and his real-life choices. The Lakers' task of assembling a championship-worthy team alongside LeBron and Doncic encounters notable challenges. LeBron's hefty $52.6 million salary, coupled with Doncic's max deal, dramatically restricts the team's salary cap agility. LeBron has been proactive in the free agency market, bringing in Jake LaRavia to take over for Dorian Finney-Smith. However, these signings are more about gradual upgrades than game-changing additions. The Lakers are also rumored to be interested in Senator DeAndre Ayton, who might help shore up their frontcourt issues. Yet even this prospective move may fall short of transforming them from early playoff exits to genuine title contenders. The landscape of the Western Conference, as Stephen A. Smith described, remains fiercely competitive, with teams like Oklahoma City, Denver, and Minnesota showing no indication of weakening. Additionally, the retirement factor complicates the Lakers' championship aspirations. Although he has claimed he could play for an additional 5 to 7 years in good health, he has explicitly stated that he doesn't plan to do so. There are whispers that the 2025-26 season may mark his finale, particularly if the Lakers don't push deep into the playoffs. My passion for this sport is genuine. Basketball is my heart. A funny video of me coaching Bryce's team last weekend is circulating online at the moment. I've noticed numerous comments highlighting how LeBron infuses the same intense energy into a high school AAU game as he does in the NBA Finals. For me, that's the highest form of praise. Over my 2 decades in this sport, and throughout my life prior, I've never compromised the integrity of the game, nor would I ever overlook its value. This dedication to pouring my all into the game adds a compelling layer to my last season. LeBron has stated unequivocally that he won't extend his career if he can't perform at his top tier. In that instant, I find myself pondering whether I can continue to play authentically. Am I still able to invest my all into the game? Honestly, this inquiry has lingered in my mind after each season for several years, yet I've kept it to myself. Points scored and my performance on the court no longer matter. What truly weighs on me is whether I can compete honestly within this game. The moment I can no longer pour my all into the game is the moment I'll walk away. The Lakers, now under the leadership of Mark Walters, who bought the franchise for an unprecedented $10 billion, face new prospects and uncertainties regarding LeBron's future. The surge in financial backing may lead to bolder roster decisions, but it also suggests a long-term strategy that favors building around Doncic rather than capitalizing on LeBron's twilight years. Reports indicate that the Lakers see Doncic as their foundational player, potentially leading to a shifting dynamic where LeBron transitions from the team's focal point to a guiding veteran. This shift might actually prolong his career by lessening his physical and mental stress while still keeping him involved in the quest for championships. The larger issue of LeBron's legacy looms over the Lakers' upcoming path. The possibility of his jersey being retired in Los Angeles remains uncertain, especially in light of the franchise's championship expectations and storied legacy. Stephen A. Smith has contended that a single championship may fall short of the requirements for jersey retirement in the city. Personally, I doubt he will have his jersey retired in LA. To begin with, he's not alone in this regard. Others have seen their jerseys honored across 3 different cities. He won't have his jersey retired in LA. It's the Lakers we're talking about. You've secured a single championship, just one, from a COVID-affected season, and navigating the bubble was a challenge. While it deserves acknowledgement, I don't believe that alone merits having your jersey retired. This viewpoint intensifies the pressure on LeBron's future with the Lakers. To truly solidify his legacy with the franchise, he probably needs to win at least one more title to earn his place among the revered Lakers legends whose jerseys adorn the rafters. The 2025-26 season is poised to shape both LeBron's legacy and the trajectory of the Lakers. Speculation buzzing on social media hints that this could mark LeBron's exit from the game, prompting the organization to brace for a future beyond their enduring star. Nevertheless, LeBron's fierce ambition in regard to the team's championship goals signifies that the upcoming season will be treated as a serious quest for the title, rather than merely a sentimental farewell. The organization's dedication to enhancing the roster, coupled with LeBron's sustained top-tier performance, underscores that their focus remains on competing for championships instead of an easy decline. Ultimately, the barometer for the Lakers' future under LeBron will transcend individual metrics or accomplishments in the regular season. The outcome will hinge on championship titles. LeBron has repeatedly emphasized that seasons absent of finals or titles are unsatisfactory, establishing a definitive benchmark for success in his concluding phase. The Lakers' ability to fulfill these championship hopes while navigating the intricate balance of an aging superstar, a young partner in Doncic, familial issues involving Bronny, and the fierce competition of the Western Conference will shape the ending of LeBron's extraordinary career. The narrative is poised for a victorious championship closure or an extended downer that could affirm Stephen A. Smith's most critical assessments regarding competitive focus and organizational mediocrity. The basketball community is tuned in as LeBron James faces his last chance to show that his desire for a championship is as intense as it has always been, undeterred by age, ease, or the personal conflicts that surround his every move. We appreciate your viewership. If you like this video, tap on one of the boxes appearing on your screen to explore more related content.